Hello, and thank you so much for joining us here today. I am Jennifer K. Hill, here with you with Dr. Julia Ivy from Northeastern University for another conversation for synchronization. In case this is the first video that you're tuning into with us, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll give you a quick little overview about what B-Edge is, which is a book that Dr. Ivy has written, and a little bit about synchronization before we dive into today's topic, which is how educators can synchronize with midlife career changers. Many people out there, because of COVID and what is happening in the current state of the world, are considering a career change. And some might be veterans where they've been working in the armed forces for part of their career. And other people might be burned out and feel like they're not fulfilling their life purpose. And I think
For
that,
some, for
yes, go
some
ahead.
people maybe just recently retired and they feel that they are not ready yet to become totally, gardening ladies. They love their gardenings, but they think like, why not? Why wouldn't I try something else?
Exactly. And it's about crafting your edge, as Dr. Ivy so eloquently puts it, but crafting that next edge. Okay, you've gotten to the edge of what you know you're capable of. Now let's craft that next edge. So, Dr. Ivy, thank you for joining us today. And, maybe just start us off with a couple little tidbits on synchronization, and then we'll dive into how educators can support these career transitions that are happening for people around the world.
Perfect. Let's use this as an example to explain what exactly all this means. So in our previous episode, we talked about traditional students. At the beginning of traditional studies, traditional students don't have yet like really clear feel who they are and what they want. They come here to explore themselves. So BH is necessary at the end of their study, right? Because we want to synchronize them, their passion, their drive, their mindset with the employers of their dreams. Now we talk about adult learners, people who already invested so much in their in
Career.
themselves, in their careers. They kind of know who they are. They know how to deal with their social capital, personal capital, professional capital. However, they kind of ready to leave it a little bit behind and open a new page in their life. So synchronization is when we have one person, for instance, Jennifer Hill, who maybe decides to go to, some kind of doctorate degree. And it might be not exactly what you are doing right now because you're already good in what you are doing, but maybe, I don't know, law degree, or maybe doctor of management, doctor of policy, etc. And this would be new, Jennifer. However, you still want to capitalize on who you already, your investments. So this would be Jennifer. This would be the organization you kind of want to synchronize at the end. So what we do with the adult learners, we use BH methods before the college education, before. So should be the gate course for them, unlike traditional students where it would be the last course. So you just come to the college, and before starting getting these classes, which really, you are not in the stage of life just sitting with somebody who, just learning for the sake of learning. It's not who you are, right? But if your first course would be personal strategy course, where you, at the beginning of the course, you start with elucidating your new core. This is your step number one. And you're just like, okay, who is Jennifer for the next 10 years? And you're just like, oh, okay. Then, and how you can bring everything what you already know in this cool, unique core who you are. And then in this course, you actually draft your stepping stones, how you get there by the end of education. So when you finish this personal strategy course, you have your map of what courses you own this to reach the level you want to reach by the end of the education. You own this. Then you take these courses with such a fun because you know that it's not the course, it's your stepping stone. And this is what colleges synchronize with you through your own map of stepping stones, through this first gate course and map you are doing.
So beautiful, Dr. Ivy. I love what you're sharing right now. And, for anybody out there, it's funny because when you're doing an undergraduate degree, if you've ever done an undergraduate or even taken, any sort of classes, they're kind of perfunctory classes. You're taking them because they're mandated. Math, science, English. Okay, I have a general knowledge of all of this. And what Dr. Ivy is suggesting instead is that you begin with what I like to call a wish list, kind of a wish list of who am I as a human being. And as a quick aside, before you ever go on any job interview, whether it's your first job out of college or the last job you ever plan on taking, you will never find happiness until you first know what matters to you and what lights you up. And so what Dr. Ivy is suggesting is that say that you are going to go for a master's degree or a postdoctoral degree, or a lot of people in the legal industry that I came across, they might go for a paralegal certificate or to get a law degree later in life. And it's important to first see how that aligns with your values. Yes, you can get a law degree or a paralegal certificate or any sort of degree, but if you don't know how that already aligns with A, what you already know, maybe you were a veteran and you were really good at strategy, and now you're planning to get a postdoctoral degree. You have to see how these things intersect and align in order to synchronize and to be able to have a solid foundation to build your next 10, 20, or 30 years on. So I think
Absolutely. And what colleges sometimes doing wrong, professional education and master degrees, we don't make them take this math, etc. So this is for undergrads, and maybe undergrads should take them. But for master degree, we really tried to give them a sum of courses, but it's still a package. Each adult learner is unique, and we want him or she or her to feel unique. So that's why all we need to do is to put one course at the beginning, like one kind of orientation course, but it shouldn't be like a 1 hour orientation kind of speech. It should be like hard work for them to define this. With the outcome of this course is a wish list, which is stepping stones. Just like, okay, this is my map. Like we travel from East Coast to West Coast. These are my stops. This is how I get there. And this is when they don't feel that they are treated like almost a package. Like students feel very, very, very upset when they are told like, okay, you're a veteran, this is a program, take it. It's just like, I'm much more than this.
Human being.
I'm a human being. I may be like when I was still in military, I also developed my certificate in something, but I also have a passion what other military people maybe don't have. Hey, it's me. So this is what we should include at the beginning as a personal strategy gate course, which again, outcome of this course, wish list, how you describe, or in my language is a stepping stone to the end.
Yeah, and I think another thing to highlight for any of you out there who are tuning in, one of the things that I think is powerful in life is these stepping stones, this wish list that Dr. Ivy is talking about. No matter where you're at in your career, whether you want to be an entrepreneur, whether you've maybe been a stay-at-home mom, we did a whole episode on women who are maybe doing a career change specific to that situation. I think the critical element here that's necessary for long-term sustainability and success is intention. When we intend something, it's like every day when I wake up, I start off my day with, how do I want today to go? How do I want this week to go? If we just step into our day and we just kind of react to people and circumstances and situations, then we're just going to get whatever we get back. And what Dr. Ivy is suggesting is a way to be intentional. When the educators out there and the educational organizations out there, whether it's a coaching program or a university and a higher level learning facility, the same is true. When you set an intention at the beginning, when you're clear on what it is you want to create, that's where you can begin to have a clear trajectory and to follow the stepping stones to get you to the end goal. So I think that's really powerful, Dr. Ivy.
And ownership and control, like people in the like adult learners, like let's say again, veterans or people in their 40s, 50s, who already like, they know what the life is. They want to keep control of what they're doing. Control is important. This will give them ownership of what they do. They know that it's them who empowerment, control, ownership for what would be my next step. And I think this is what we can do as educators a little bit better, to give them this ownership and say, come here, you will build your program for you, and we'll just provide you with instrument for doing this.
Stunning. Thank you so much, Dr. Ivy. And if people want to deep dive into this, we barely touched on the B Edge principles from your book today. Where would they go to find that in case they want to deep dive into that a little more?
Thank you so much for asking. So this is my book. Yes, it's available on Amazon, and it's called Crafting Your Edge for Today's Job Market. And a subtitle is Using B-Edge Methods for Consulting Cases and Capstone Project. So this book is a workbook. You really have to have your pencil, and it's a set of templates, examples, and how to exercise coaching sessions where you actually can, if you are edge crafter, veteran, adult learner, somebody who wants to figure out first what you do before you even join the college, you can use this book just by yourself. Or if you're an educator, this is a textbook. This is a textbook for this class, what I just talked about.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Ivy. And thank you for everybody who tuned in here today. We look forward to having you join us for future videos. If you like us, please like the page, subscribe, share it with friends. And we look forward to providing more content on synchronization, creating harmony and happiness in all areas of your life. So thanks for tuning
Or you
in.
just described this meta-edge synchronization as our joint project, what we very much invite all of you to join us.
Exactly. Thank you so much to everybody out there, and be healthy, be well, and go find your edge.